Hey guys, I'm just going to run through the prerequisites for the GitOps workshop, so we're ready to go right from the start. The first thing I recommend installing on your computer is GitHub Desktop. It's a very easy way to see the changes that you make and manipulate version control this way. Of course, you can use the command line tool if you're comfortable with it, but I always recommend folks use the GitHub Desktop. You're going to download it from GitHub site. There's a link in the email that I sent out with this. You're going to see something like this when you first open it up. Going to go to Desktop, Settings, and you're going to sign in with your GitHub account. Then once you're signed in, you're going to see something that looks sort of like this. The next thing we're going to do is set up our template repo. So I'm going to go inside of my GitHub account. I'm going to create a new repository and give it a name, call it Boston GitOps Workshop. You can keep it public and create that repository. Now go ahead and grab this URL here, copy that. We're going to go back to GitHub Desktop, and we're going to clone a repository from the internet, and you're going to paste that URL in. And you can change the local path if you'd like. I work out of my source folder, so I'm going to have it cloned here. And now we are working in this repository. We have to grab the code, the template code that we want to use. So I go back over to GitHub. I'm going to go to the Fleet GitOps starter repo that's also in the email that I sent. Fleet GitOps, we're going to go code, and we're going to download the zip. We're going to open that up. And here's the contents of that repository. Make sure you use the Shift Command period button if you're on a Mac to reveal the dot folders here that are very important. So we can go ahead, select all of these. I'm going to copy that. And we're going to go back to our repo here, go in Finder, and paste the contents of that downloaded zip into our repo here. And now you're going to see all of the files get added. You can make an initial commit to main, publish that branch. And now when you go back over to your starter repo here that we've cloned, refresh, and you'll see all of the code from the starter repo. We are also going to use a code editor to work with our files. I will be using Microsoft's Visual Studio Code, although any code editor that you would like works. Sublime, BB Edit, anything that you're comfortable using. I'm going to go into GitHub Desktop, and I'm going to click Open in Visual Code. And now we will see that I have this Boston GitOps Workshop. This is the folder that I'm working out of, and I can see all of the files here that we'll be using in the course. One thing that I would recommend you're comfortable with heading into the course is some basic version control, especially using GitHub Desktop. So we have our open repo here. Let's say we want to add a new asset. We're going to create a new team. We're just going to go here, and we're going to duplicate this file. And we're going to give it a new name. We're just going to call this test team. And we've added this now to our repo. You can see this is the file that is going to be changed. Added a whole file. Everything in green is going to indicate that is what's going to be changed. And we can create another commit. So we can create a message, for example, create test team. We can commit those changes, and then we can push them to origin, which is going to send it up to GitHub. And you'll see if we do a refresh here, this change has been made. And we go into teams, and you'll see there's our new test team there as well. So throughout the course, we're going to be removing assets, adding assets, committing, and things like that. Recommend you be a little bit comfortable with that heading into the workshop. If you have any other questions or want some more information about some of the tools we'll be using, then feel free to reply to the email, and we'll see you in class.